Welcome, Dinesh ji. Dinesh ji last 2 days ago had taken us through a session where he taught us the breathing techniques. And today we have a follow on session to learn a few more additional breathing exercises as well as few meditation techniques that will help us calm the mind and also improve the SpO2 levels. Over to you, Dinesh ji and Sapna ji, to take it forward. And for everyone, this is a webinar format as we are seeing. And for any queries, please raise your hands. And as and when required, you will be allowed to please request the panels. Over to you, Dinesh ji.
Guruji,
I think he.
probably the network issue will join.
Yeah.
Last session, we are discussing about how to breathe and how your breathing is going to help you to keep you relaxed, healthy. Today, we'll go a little forward. So, can some of you can just switch on your video? It will be easier for me to talk. Some participants, because I'll be just giving some exercise, some small exercise I want to do breathing exercise from everybody.
Uh, Dinesh ji, sorry, this is a webinar format. All the participants, they will not
Oh,
be
webinar, okay.
in position
Okay,
to
okay.
switch on the
So,
video.
okay,
We can allow them
okay,
to talk,
okay,
so you can
okay,
interact
okay,
probably through
yeah,
just talking to them.
okay, no problem. So last time we are talking about breathing, how the breathing is going to help us, and how we can be healthier with the help of breathing and all. Today,
Guruji, one second. Can they make me co-host so that I can on the camera and operate the...
they will make you. So this today's session we'll be talking a little bit further. I was talking about the how breathing can relax you, and I spoke about the deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. This what I was talking last class. Inhale, push your stomach out. Exhale, take your stomach inside, and with that you'll get benefited. Okay, this is what I was talking. Today we'll be talking about a little bit about mind. Mind. Mind is a monkey. This mind will not stay at one place. Mind work to keep on jumping here and there. Like a monkey, if you see a monkey on a tree and you try to catch the monkey will jump and go to some other tree. Same way, the mind. When we try to catch the mind, when you want to stop your mind, when you want your mind to stay with you, your mind will jump from one place to other place. Like you are sitting here and your mind can go to your friend house, relative house, your office, and come back within no time. This is what mind is doing. Okay. Now we need to control this mind to maintain our energy, to keep ourselves energetic. We have to work a little bit on mind to control our mind. Okay. So let us see how to control our mind. Controlling mind is a difficult job, not that easy job. But let's see how to control the mind. You must have seen the monkey. Two types of monkeys are there. One monkey we see on the tree, those who are jumping, and one monkey we'll see in the circus with the trainer. This monkey will be dancing. If they say sit, the monkey will sit. If they ask monkey to walk and dance, monkey will walk and dance. Both are the same monkey only. But difference is one is a trained monkey, training given by trainer and listening the trainer, and other monkey is not having any control on that. Nobody can control that. Similarly, same way, it's happened for us. The mind, if we are able to control, it will listen whatever you say. If we are not able to control, then it will keep on jumping here and there, and then things become very difficult to manage. That's what is happening. So to control the mind, let us do one experiment to feel it, how to control the mind, how to train the mind. All of you just close your eyes and think of all the work you have done from morning till now. Today, you must have done some work. So just 1 or 2 minutes time, close your eye and try to recall your today work. See what is happening. Yeah, you must have seen by now, must have recalled by now. So it's again repeat the same exercise by holding your breath. Stop your breathing, just hold your breath, and then try to recall your today work just for a minute. Try to recall your work and see what is happening. What is happening? You are able to recall, you'll find it a little bit difficult. So when your mind is moving freely, when you are able to recall everything, at that time, what is happening? You don't have any control on your breath. You are leaving your breath also free. You are breathing freely. Your mind is going here and there freely. But when you are holding your breath, your mind is not going anywhere. Mind will go and come back on your breath. This indicate what? There is some relation between mind and breath. So controlling the mind is a difficult job, but controlling your breath is easier. So when you control your breath, your mind will come under your control. And for controlling the breath, we do the meditation. When you do the meditation, in the meditation process, we focus on the breath and try to control our breath. And as you control your breath, slowly your mind also come under your control. And once the mind come under control, everything changes. Your focus will increase, your thinking will become better, and many other benefit you'll get once minds come under control. Because all the problem what we face, maximum comes because of the mind, disturbed mind, some disturbance in the mind. So to just release this disturbance, what we do is meditation. When you do the meditation, maximum things will disappear. Okay, so we'll be talking about meditation. But before going for the meditation, something more I have to talk, because you all are working with the COVID patient. So what you can tell them for them to become better, healthier, and recover faster? 2-3 things which you can suggest them. First, what we have learned in the last class, deep breathing. Inhale, stomach out, and exhale, stomach inside. Long and deep breath. So please ask them to do long and deep breath, because if they are doing long and deep breath, their oxygen level will be better. And the tension what they are holding, that also will be released. The tension job is only to increase your breathing, fasten your breathing, make your breathing shallow, which will not happen by doing deep breathing. So first thing this, then second, you can ask them to inhale, hold the breath for some 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever they can. hold the breath and release. Why this? Because when they are inhaling and when they are inhaling and holding the breath, what will happen? Their lung capacity will increase. And as the lung capacity will increase, their inhalation will become better. And if they are able to inhale properly, they are able to breathe properly, the things will be easier for them. So this exercise, you can tell them to do: inhale, hold your breath for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever they can, and then release, exhale. So this they can do some 5 to 10 times. Okay, 5 breath or 10 breath at a time. Then after that, after some time, again they can try at least 3 to 4 times in a day. They can try. This will help them to improve their oxygen level and release their breathing difficulty. Third things, ask them to use the balloon and blow that. So when they are blowing the balloon, what will happen? The windpipe will get clean. As the windpipe is getting clean, the breathing will become easier for them. Whatever the blockage there in the windpipe, there is something, some discomfort in the windpipe that will get clean by blowing the air. So for blowing the air, best way to blow is using the balloon. So they can use the balloon, they can blow the balloon, some 5-10 balloons daily, but not to use the same balloon again. When they are doing this, they are not supposed to use the same balloon again and again, just one time use. So these things they can do and they can get benefited. This is something which you can suggest them and help them in their recovery. Now let's come to the meditation part. Meditation. When we meditate, what happens? When we meditate, we receive the cosmic energy. Energy, this cosmic energy, what we call the God energy. Some people call it divine energy. Some people call planetary energy. Different people call different name, but energy is the same. Cosmic energy. Concept of energy say energy neither created nor destroyed. Whatever energy there around us, that is going to be the same around us. Nobody can create the energy. What the scientist or engineer they do, they change the form of energy, like solar to electrical. The same way, they change the form from one side to other side, mechanical to electrical, electrical to mechanical, whatever maybe. They keep on changing that and utilizing this. But energy is, they can't create the energy or they can't destroy the energy. So energy is there around us. We receive this energy in the different forms, different way. First, we receive energy from the food. When we are eating something, we receive the energy. How? Because there is some energy in the food. Say, for example, if I am hungry, I am tired, I am hungry, and I am eating some fruit, few apple. What will happen? I'll feel little better. Why? Because there is some energy in the apple. When I eat that apple, that energy enters in the body, and my body will become energetic. So same thing happen for us. Whatever we eat, we receive some energy. According to the yogis, those who are sitting in the Himalaya, what they say that we receive 10% of inner or requirement from the food. 10% only we receive from the food. Balance 20% comes from breathing. When we breathe, 20% we are receiving. And rest 70% we receive through the prayer or meditation, which we are going to try today. So first, receiving from the food is known to everybody. We all are knowing that. We all are able to receive this energy from the food easily. Okay, we know what to eat, what not to eat. We plan for that. The second, breathing. Breathing, yes, some people are having proper breathing. Some people are not having the proper breathing, and because of that, they are not able to receive that much energy. And third, meditation. There are some people, they do the meditation, and certain people, they are not doing the meditation. So let us see how the energy comes. Swapna, can you show that? I'm just showing some clipping, just for understanding, so that you can understand better. Yeah. So just look at here, this picture, what you are saying. There's, on planet Earth, some energy has been shown that's falling on the planet Earth.
Hearing.
When the energy is falling on the planet Earth, when energy is falling on the planet Earth, this will fall on everybody. This will fall on the tree, on the animals, on the human being. Everybody will receive this energy. This energy is continuously falling and it will receive by everyone. So when this energy falls on the planet Earth and taken by the fruits, we eat this fruit and we become energetic. This is what we call it the cosmic energy. Then same way, the way this is falling on the planet of Earth and received by the tree, plant and all, same way this falls on our head also. So when this is falling on our head, there are some certain people, they receive this energy. There are certain people, they receive this energy, and there are certain people, they are not able to receive this energy. So when you receive the energy, we call them lucky people. Those who are not able to receive the energy, we call them unlucky people. Let us see how this happens. Just place it.
Actions and even our existence. Our energy body receives cosmic energy during deep sleep and meditation. We are using this energy for our body and mind activities like seeing, speaking, hearing, thinking, and all physical actions. All these functions are totally based on the incoming cosmic energy. The inflow of cosmic energy is purely based on our thoughts. When we have thoughts, the inflow of cosmic energy is obstructed. In other words, our thoughts are the stumbling blocks for the inflow of cosmic energy. When the inflow of cosmic energy is less, the energy in the energy tubes depletes. This depletion causes etheric patches in the energy body. These etheric patches gradually lead to diseases in the physical body. In other words, root cause for all diseases is the lack of energy in the etheric body. In meditation, we get abundant cosmic energy.
Swapna, पीछे लो. Yeah. So here, what we are seeing, some energy is falling on our head, and there are balls. So these balls, they call it the negative thoughts. Negative thoughts works like a ball. So they get on our head and then create a different layer of negative energy, and we are not able to receive this cosmic energy. And because of that, the suffering happen. What this is happening is all this cosmic energy, whatever the energy, there are different plants giving different types of energy. There are different types of energy. So all this energy, combination of all energy, they call it cosmic energy. Okay, or simple way, they say God energy, divine energy, plant energy. Different people call different name. So this energy is falling continuously on the planet Earth, and there are some people, they are able to receive this energy. Those who are able to receive, we call them lucky people. Those who are not able to receive, we call them unlucky. You must have seen there are some people, they work less or easily get the success. And there are some people, they are working very hard, but they are not able to get success. So people, those who are working very hard are not able to get success. They say that their luck is not favoring. Or we say they are unlucky people. And those who are getting success, we call them lucky people. So this luck depends on this energy what we are receiving from the nature, cosmic energy or God energy, whatever you say. This energy, if we are able to receive properly, we are lucky people. If we are not able to receive properly, we are unlucky. Now, what this Himalayan yogi used to say, they say all the planet is having good energy. But what we do, if somebody is unlucky, somebody work is not happening, stop sharing. Somebody not happening, work not happening, what he does, he will take his date of birth, Janpatri, Jadigam, different names are there, or go to some astrologer, show him and ask what is the problem. This astrologer, they will tell you some planet is not functioning good for you, because of that you are suffering. And they will tell how to correct it also. It's a very good science, the astrology also. There are some people, those who are really know about the things, they can explain in better way, no doubt about that. But what this yogi, that Naga Sadhu Himalayan yogi, they say, what they're saying, the all planet is sending the energy to everybody equally. Only it's up to us that whether we are able to take this energy or not. If we are able to take this energy, we say the plant is good for us and we are healthier, happier. And if we are not able to take this energy, we say plant is bad for us. For example, sun. Sun is a very strong planet. Now, take example of sun. Two people are there. For one person, sun is bad. For other person, sun is very good. Call both of them and ask them to stand on the hot sun outside the house. So what do you think? One, for whom sun is good, he will receive more heat. And for other person, sun is bad, so he'll feel cold. No, both are going to receive the same kind of heat. Because sun is there to give the solar energy, and that energy is falling on the planet Earth equally for everybody. So the person who is sunshine is very good for him, he will also receive the heat, and the person, the sunshine is bad for him, he will also receive the heat. Okay, but what this yogi say, if somebody is standing with umbrella in this hot sun, one person is having the umbrella and standing, then what will happen? This person will receive less heat. Why? Because the heat will get filtered and come. So this filtration is happening because of the umbrella. And what is this umbrella? This umbrella is nothing but our negative thought. So when we think something negative, we do something negative, we create a umbrella, a layer around us. And as we are creating a layer around us, the planet energy which is coming to us will not come. It will get filtered. The intensity of energy will reduce. And as the intensity of energy reduce, will take less energy. Now, whatever work we are planning, with that energy will not happen. For example, if two person is there in the house, both is working. both is getting a salary, and you are planning for something, some work, and some reason, due to some reason, if one person's salary is stopped, then whatever you're planning will get disturbed. You have to change the plan. The same thing happened in our life also. Once we are planning today for something, as we are planning because we have the energy to do that. That's why we are planning. But during this period of time, some period of time, what is happening? Due to some negative thoughts, some negativity, this energy which was coming to us, energy will get stopped or energy will be less. And because of less energy, lack of energy, will not be able to succeed in the future. So for that, we need to clean this area and allow this cosmic energy to enter in our body for our success. Okay, here meditation play the major role. When you are meditating, this will happen. We'll clean this area and receive the energy, because when you are meditating, you are with no thought. And when you are with no thought, the energy will enter in your body properly. Because when you have thoughts, then only the blockage are there. So this blockage which we create is having really bringing a lot of pain for everybody. Okay. And for this, reduce this blockage. To remove this blockage, what we have to do is we have to be positive. We need to think positive. We need to do some work in positive way so that we can receive this energy. When we do something negative, when we do something bad, we create this blockage. What they say is, many training you must have attended, all this training, one thing is very common. They say, be positive. Be positive. What is that be positive? Blood group? No, not the blood group. Mind. And same thing, this Himalayan yogi also they say, if you are positive, your mind is positive, things will become better for you. And if your mind become negative, things become very bad for you. And to keep you positive, only way is what? Involve yourself in positive talk, involve yourself in positive discussion, and do a little bit meditation, do some prayer, and be happy in your life. That's how it's happened. And most of the time, people are involved in the negative talk, and as they are involved in the negative talk, negative discussion, they create negativity around us. They create a layer around them, negative layer, and because of that, this positive energy is not coming. And as the positive energy is not coming, the suffering and pain start for everybody. Everybody suffer because of that. So reduce this suffering. You have to be very, very positive. Now, question comes: how to be positive? Because nobody want to be negative. Nobody want to harm anybody. But this happened. Why this happened? So to understand this, I'll tell a small story to make you feel better how this is happening. Anything you do, whatever you plan in your for your future or a present day, today also, whatever you have planned, always you see there is dual thoughts in your mind. Two thoughts comes. One say do it, other say leave it, I'll do afterwards. Why do tomorrow? Why not tomorrow? Why not some other time? So always dual thoughts is coming. So dual thoughts is coming from where? From the mind. Dual thoughts is coming in the mind only. Now whichever is stronger, whichever thought is stronger, we do the job. So how it works. To understand, till now the four types of yuga has come. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. Satyug, they say everybody was divine. That's what the story comes. What a story you have heard about that. And what this yogi talks also. That Satyuga was a time when everybody was divine. Everybody was doing the divine job. Nobody was negative. Nobody was doing anything wrong. After that, the second time, the Treta Yuga, when the time came for the Lord Rama. At the Ramayana time, what happened? The two groups was there. One divine and one Jadeli. Deva and Asura. Two groups were there. So if you look at a negative and positive, two groups are there. One is positive work, one is negative work doing. Two groups is there, but both is staying separately, not together. both is staying separate location, separate area. Whenever they are coming together, the fight is happening. You must have seen the Ramayana serial recently. It's going on during this lockdown. They are saying that this Deva and Asura is staying separately, separate location. Whenever they are coming together, the fight is happening. Why? Because negative and positive will not go together. The fight will be always there when the negative and positive comes together. So this is what is happening in that. After that, the time of Lord Krishna, Dwapar Yuga, what happened? Mahabharata. What is happening there? Two groups, Deva and Asura, join together, come in the same family. At the time of Lord Rama, separate location, separate village, separate city. Now at the time of Krishna, what is happening? Lord Krishna time is coming in the same family. One is good, one is bad. One is trying to help, one is trying to harm. Fight always there. That's what we see the Mahabharata. Now what happened in Kali Yuga? Where we are. These two energy, negative and positive, Deva and Asura energy join together and enters in everybody. So we all have negative energy, we all have positive energy. Now two energies working within us. So definitely two type, both will be giving the opinion. So negative will give the opinion that, okay, this is good for you. That immediately positive will give the opinion, this is bad for you. So dual thoughts, the fight will happen. So now fighting is happening where? The mind, nowhere else. And this fight will bring the stress. So if you are able to increase your positive energy, you become successful. And people, those who are not able to increase their positive energy, they are the failure. Both energy working. Now, to increase the positive energy, what we have to do? We have to do some positive work, some meditation, some prayer, positive talk, helping others, something like that. That's what you people are doing. To increase the positive energy. And to increase the negative energy, what we have to do? We have to do something bad. We have to enter in the wrong discussion, bad discussion. We have to create some problem for somebody. And then what will happen? In that case, the problem will start. So, success and failure, one is positive, one is negative. Both is there and is in our hand. Talking positive or talking something negative. Doing some positive work or doing something negative work is in our hand or God hand. Definitely in our hand, not in the God. So God has given everything to us. Now it's up to you how to handle. If we are able to handle properly, we are successful. If we are not able to handle, we are failure. That's how it is. So meditation is going to help you to increase your positivity. And if your positivity increases, the success will increase. And you can find big change happening in your life. So let us do the meditation. If all are you ready, some 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Can we start? People are okay, comfortable? Or anybody having any question?
Please having question.
Yeah, please.
Yes, Stella, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, I just wanted to say, like, by doing good to others, a positive energy increases, and even you can. It's like I have experienced, like you come into a state of like a meditation, and you can even be without water and drink. As long as you think positive,
I
and you
have some
spend a lot
friends.
of time
Yes.
praying.
Yes, madam. I have some of my friends, those who are
Yeah.
without food for more than 1 year, only on
Okay.
water. And
Okay.
there are some yogi I have met, those who have not eaten food
Okay.
and water for many time.
Okay.
Recently, we have met
I've
one
had,
yogi
I've
who
had
was
this
36
experience.
year, 36 year without food.
Oh
in
my
the forest.
God. Okay.
36
I've
years.
had this experience. I'm a Catholic by birth. I'm not speaking about any religion, but when I receive the Holy Eucharist and spend at least 2 to 3 hours in prayer, I can experience a lot of positive energy and strength to go on. Like I lost my father very young, and I had a business to run and take care of 5 younger sisters and brother. And at that time, I could experience working 16 hours without food and drink sometimes even 24 hours. So I've had this experience.
See, this
I wanted
cosmic
to say,
energy, we are receiving the food
uh,
from what we are receiving from food, energy only, no?
okay, so I
So,
wanted to know
so
whether this is a meditative state of mind or cosmic energy.
it's a cosmic energy, madam. When the cosmic energy increases, you don't feel hungry, you are able to manage your work and day-to-day life.
And also
very good.
have good health also.
Yes, perfectly. There is no doubt.
Thank you, sir.
It's not a religion. All the religion has got positive and negative energy, both type of
Okay.
people, good and bad. Okay. Only thing that we need to keep ourselves positive. And if we are able to keep ourselves positive, things become better for us. That's what this Himalayan yogi also tells. Yes, anybody else? Anything? Any question?
I think we can continue with meditation.
We can continue with
Yeah.
meditation. Okay. So sit comfortably, whatever way you are comfortable. Okay. If you want to sit on chair, you can sit on the chair. If you want to sit on the floor, you can sit on the floor. If you are sitting on the bed at home, you sit on the bed, no problem. Be comfortable. Sit comfortably, close eye, and start meditation. But remember one thing: when you sit for meditation, chances are there, if you are not used to sit with the folded leg, chances are that the leg will start pain. So stretch your leg. Don't bother about that. When you are sitting on the floor, stretch your leg and sit, but don't open your eye. Okay. Now, when you do the meditation, a lot of thoughts will come. It's not like that once you close your eye and sit, nothing will come. It's not like that. A lot of thoughts will come. Don't bother about thoughts. Just continue with your meditation. What you have to do in meditation? In meditation, close your eye and watch your breath. Nothing else you do. Very simple technique. Watch your breath. If you want, you can count your breath also. That is another way to meditate. Just close your eye and just count your breath. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. Continue the counting. Counting. Remember, when you are doing the counting, you may forget the count also in between. No problem. Start again. Okay, whenever you remember. You may feel sleepy. No problem. Don't bother about that. Just continue watching your breath. Bring your awareness on your breath. Mind will go here and there. Bring the mind again on your breath and start counting your breath. Okay, balance my job. If you are able to focus on your breath, you can feel something different. Definitely, there's no doubt. Till now what's happening. Okay, so I hope you will also be able to feel something. Just close your eye and start counting your breath mentally. You have to count mentally, please. Slowly take your hands up, rub your palm, cover your eyes, your face, and then slowly open your eyes. Anybody has to say anything?
I seem to doze off in between.
Pardon?
I dozed in between.
झपकी लग गई.
Okay. No problem.
But then I think in my mind I was still counting. It was around 120 breaths or something.
Okay. Just continue. Slowly what will happen, you'll forget the count. Counting, you start forgetting the count after a little bit, little count only. And this is the best way to control the mind. I was telling you, mind and breath has got control. Some relation, some link between mind and breath. Okay. So controlling the mind is a difficult job, but controlling breath is easier. So you are trying to control the breath. Okay, while counting and watching your breath, you are trying to control your breath. And when you control your breath, your mind comes under your control. And once the mind comes under control, things become better. So this is how we are trying to do in the help of meditation. Meditation also, we are trying to control the breath only. Okay. Anybody else?
Shiva has raised his hand, and then Geeta. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Please.
Actually, no, I was doing the meditation, sir. So when I was concentrating on the breath, I felt it very much like it was choking my heart, something like that. That effect. I wasn't free at all. But otherwise, my that is the flow of oxygen or whatever it is, pulse rate, everything is normal. But when I concentrate on the breath only, it is very much I feel that it is a very tedious process or something rigorous work I'm doing. I'm feeling very much burdened actually.
Okay.
So what is the reason I couldn't understand?
See, this will disappear. Don't worry about that. Maybe actually we have got 7 chakra in our body, 7 energy centers in our body. We call it 7 chakra. One is chakra is the center of the chest. So if the center of the chest chakra is weak or some discomfort in this chakra, then you feel this kind of feeling will come. But if with the practice, this will disappear. Within few days time, this will disappear. Okay. So don't think that it's going to be painful. Few days time, you find it will be very, very relaxing, and that this difficulty will come out from that. Once the chakra get clean, and it will get clean automatically by doing the meditation. Just focus on the center of the chest. Focus on the center of the chest and meditate. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else want to say anything?
Shiva, you can unmute yourself. You had raised your hand. Okay, otherwise, Garada, you can please go ahead.
In the chat box message that meditation was powerful. Could it be because it was a group meditation?
Yeah, group meditation is always powerful. There's no doubt about that. But when you do it personally, also it will be powerful only. Only thing that you have to do it properly. Okay, when you do it properly, definitely it's going to be powerful for you. Just try.
Sir, with mask and without mask, what happens?
No difference with mask and without mask. If you are sitting, if you are somewhere where you need to wear the mask, wear the mask and do it. And if you are in a place where you can remove the mask, you can remove the mask and do it. Okay, but no difference. You are going to receive the energy. Okay, focusing on the breath. Anyhow, you are breathing now. So just focus on breath and do it. Okay.
Sir, also when we are deep breathing, somewhere around the throat we feel it is dry. Nose and throat gets dry.
Yeah. When you are doing the deep breathing, sometimes throat get dry. Because why it's getting dry? Because you must have done mouth breathing. Okay, without your knowledge. You practice your mouth breathing, then only it will get dry. Otherwise, no. Okay, so you have to keep a watch on your breath and avoid mouth breathing. It'll be all right. Okay.
But when most of the time we are talking, we tend to breathe through the mouth and breathe in and breathe out through the mouth, right?
Yeah. When you are talking, there's no option. You have to breathe a little bit from mouth. That is okay. But other time, You try breathe from nose. And even during breathing also, you can keep on trying. When you are just stopping your talk, you can just breathe from nose. You try maximum. With the try, it will happen.
There is a question that why the meditation is not done in the recline. लेटे हुए नहीं कर सकते क्या? Lying position like
See, when you are meditating, what I was shown the clipping that energy falls from here and goes to whole the body. Say, for example, I have a water bottle here. If I pour a water here on my head, if I'm sitting, what will happen? This water will go whole through my body, right? And my whole body will become weight. And if I'm lying down and pouring water here, then what will happen? Any idea? What will happen? It will go on my pillow or on the bed. Okay. Same way the energy. When you are lying down and meditating, energy may touch your head, and that's all. Not be utilized for your whole body. Okay. But when you sit and meditate, your whole body will receive the cosmic energy and you'll get benefited with that. That's why you can do the relaxation by lying down, not the meditation.
Sir, any optimum time for meditation, like morning, afternoon?
Yes, madam. Very good question. Good time for meditation. Madam, somebody is coming to give you money. What is the right time to take the money? Somebody is coming to give you some cash. What will be the right time to collect the cash?
Anytime.
Pardon?
Anytime.
Same way. This is a cosmic energy, the God energy, the God blessing. Anytime is a good time for you. Whenever you have time, just sit and meditate. Anytime is good for you. Okay?
Does it have to be empty stomach or?
No, just half an hour after food. Don't sit immediately after food. Give at least 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes of your food, you can sit.
Sir, one thing which you told that is regarding how to improve your breathing, especially those who are weak in lungs, they are not able to breathe properly. You said they can do deep breathing slowly and slowly. That way they can increase their lung capacity.
Yeah, two things I told, sir. Two things I told. One is a deep breathing. You inhale deeply and exhale completely. That is the one thing. And second thing, important thing is inhale, hold your breath for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then exhale. Inhale, hold your breath for 10, 15 seconds, and then exhale. This will help maximum.
So that is okay for normal patient like us, normal human being. But person who's already weak, he's suffering from breathing difficulties. He may be on meditation. His lungs is under medication. His lungs are weak. So in that case, is it possible?
Yes, sir. It's possible. We have seen some certain cases they can do. The only thing that they have to try, they can't do continuously for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They can do 1 breath, 2 breath like that. Okay. Just 1 breath they'll do. After some 5 minutes, they can do 1 or 2 breaths. So slowly they will be able to do, and a lot of benefit will come by that. Because they have to strengthen their lungs. There's no other option. Okay. And for strengthening the lungs has to blow properly. For that, you have to inhale and hold the breath.
Sir, how often you should do in a day?
Pardon?
How often should you do this meditation in a day?
Sir, it depends how much time you have, but minimum 15 to 20 minutes is required. And if you are doing twice in a day, it's best. For the best result, we say you can do twice in a day, you can find really very good result. But whatever time, it depends on the person to person, depends on your own time. If you have enough time, you can do for more time. If you have less time, you can do for less time. But minimum 15 minutes is required.
Thank you.
How often, sir? In a day, once it is enough?
Pardon? Yes, madam. Once in a day, if you are doing, that is enough. If you are doing properly. Okay, once in a day. If you do twice, it's much more beneficial. But minimum once you do. Okay.
During meditation, some external disturbances will distract your attention, sir.
Yes, sir.
Control that?
This will have, initially this will happen where that external things will disturb you. Some sound, some kind of certain things will disturb you initially. No doubt about that. But if you continue the practice, that disturbance will disappear.
Thank you.
Major disturbance comes from inside, not from the outside. And inside, who is disturbing us? Our all negative energy. As I told you, we have two energy, negative and positive energy, working within us. So our all negative energy will not allow us to meditate, because if you meditate, the negative energy will become weaker, and nobody want to be weaker. So our all negative energy will not allow, and that disturbance come from inside. So we have to just fight with that and meditate. Okay.
Sir, I wanted to ask, do we have to make a deliberate effort in our mind to concentrate on what we are doing at that moment? And that actually helps.
You have to put little, initially you have to put little effort to keep your mind on your breath. Initially, you have to put little effort to keep your mind on the breath. After some time, it will start happening automatically.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, anybody else? Any question?
As you have shown us the picture, should we blow our mind all out to grab that cosmic energy while doing that process of meditation?
Sir, when you are doing meditation, focusing on your breath, and when you fully focus on your breath, no thought in your mind, you receive the cosmic energy. When mind is going here and there, you are not receiving the cosmic energy. Okay, so that's why to bring your mind on your breath. And slowly, when you are able to bring your mind on your breath, slowly you find you are going in the sleeping state. We call it trance state, where you receive maximum energy.
Oh.
You feel that you are going to sleep after some time. With the practice of few days, you can feel it. Try and see, sir. Within few days time, you will start feeling that when you are meditating, you are going to sleep in meditation. But that is not the sleep.
It's a good experience.
A very good experience, sir. Just try and see.
Okay. Thank you.
Different people get different types of experience. So please don't compare the experience with each other, because somebody may feel hot, somebody may feel cold, somebody may feel heaviness in the body, somebody may feel itching sensation during the meditation, and that will disappear. So different people get different kind of feeling depending on what type of energy you are receiving, because this layer, what we are talking about, that umbrella on a red, negative thought or negative work umbrella will not be same for the 2%. 2% mind is not going to be same, different. Thinking is not going to be same. So the energy taking capacity also not be same for the two people. It will be different.
Also, Direshji, it is said that early morning, they say this Brahma Muhurtam or whatever, they say between early morning hours between 4:30 to 6:30.
Yes, that's the reason why we say in the Brahma Muhurta you can do is better. Because what happening? See, in the morning when you are getting up, at that time, in the nature, energy is high. Why energy is high? Because no negative vibration. Everybody is sleeping. So no negative talk is going on. Nobody discussion is going on, any negative discussion is going in anybody, anywhere. So near around you, everybody will be sleeping, or when you wake up also, they will not start immediately some negative discussion. So what happened? The environment is purely filled with the positive energy, positivity. Where no negativity is. Negativity will start after everybody wake up and start talking and start looking, watching TV and saying this happening, that happening, and start calling this side and that side. Then negativity increases. Otherwise, fully positive. So at that time, when you are meditating, you receive more positive energy. That's why we say meditate on that time.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
So how do we understand I am doing a proper meditation? What's the indication?
Okay. See, when you are doing the proper meditation, when you are focusing on your breath, and you are able to see that your mind is not going anywhere within 10-15 breath, like when you count 10 breath and 15 breath, okay, after that you are forgetting your breath also, you're forgetting that what you are doing, okay, means you are going in the right direction. But to reach that level, it will take at least 15-20 time.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else?
There is one question which says, does Vipassana meditation help to strengthen lungs?
Vipassana meditation is a silent meditation. I don't know whether they are making you to do some breathing exercise or not. If you are doing some breathing exercise, they are definitely it will strengthen the lungs. Because I've not gone through that, so I can't comment.
Not sure whether this was answered. Can we do meditation in lying position, like in Shavasana?
I've told that already, madam. When you are lying, you can't do the meditation, lying position, because if you do your meditation, you are doing the Shavasana, you are relaxing your body and mind, but you will not receive the cosmic energy.
Okay.
In the sleeping state. Okay. The way you are supposed to receive in the meditative state, you will not receive. Say, for example, I have a water bottle. I'm pouring water on my head. Okay, this is a cosmic energy which is pouring on my head. So if I'm sitting and pouring this water, what will happen? My whole body will become wet, right? The water will fall from here and it will go like this. Okay, and whole body will become wet. But if I am lying down and pouring this water on my head, then what will happen? It will go on my bed. Okay. So same thing, it will go to the planet Earth. It will not stay with you. The energy will come and go to the planet Earth. Okay. Anybody else?
Shubh, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Sir, first of all, thank you for this beautiful session which we are doing together, and it's really going to help during this pandemic situation. We were discussing about experience. So just when I did this meditation, I felt very intense itching kind of experience behind my eye. I usually wear a spectacle. So is it something that is it's like healing experience, or what is that? Just wanted to know.
You felt behind your eye? What you felt behind your eye?
Very deep sensation, kind of like itching.
Itching, yeah, that happen. Itching sensation comes for the people. Some people get the itching sensation during the meditation. Why is that? Say, for example, in our body, we have got 72,000 nadi, energy channels. In yoga, we call 72,000 nadi are there, energy channels are there. So energy channels are getting clean when you are doing the meditation. So say, for example, in my hand, some energy channels are blocked here. So when the energy pass through this, I may feel itching sensation. I may feel pain. I may feel some heaviness in my hand. Okay, so different people get different type of experience. So some uneasy kind of feeling will come, some different kind of feeling will come in this area, because there is energy channels blocked, energy trying to pass through this. Okay, once you get clean, then feeling will disappear. So this within few days of meditation, this kind of feeling will disappear, because that area will get clean. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anybody else? So 2-3 things which you can share with your patients and make them better. All of you meditate so that you can relax yourself. You can keep energetic yourself. So meditation will help you to keep you stress free. So try that. Then other things you can do the breathing exercises. 2-3 exercises only I have told. One is a deep breathing, inhale stomach out, exhale stomach inside. This you can teach to anybody. Second, inhale, hold your breath for some time and exhale from nose only. Inhale, hold and exhale the second. And third, blowing the balloon. Inhale nicely and blow the balloon to keep your windpipe clean. So these 3 exercises you can tell to your people, your patients also, those whom you are meeting, and ask them to do. If they are able to do, they will feel better and they can strengthen their lungs. But the best, like some patients, those who are really critical, ask them if they are able to hear you, if they are able to follow little bit also, ask them to do deep breathing, because deep breathing can help them to minimize their oxygen demand. Okay, deep breathing will help them to reduce their oxygen demand, and once their oxygen demand reduces little bit also, they themselves feel they are becoming better, and their mental strength will increase, and they will feel like doing a little more excessive breathing exercise, and they will come out from the problem. So this is one thing You can teach them inhale, hold the breath, and exhale. Inhale and exhale deeply. Okay.
I have a question, please.
Yeah, please, sir.
My name is Nagaraj Rao. I'm the president of the Bangalore Apartment Federation. I have been following yoga for about nearly 20 years.
Okay.
I do meditation, pranayama, almost every day for 1 hour, combining both.
Okay.
Just wanted to know the difference between the energy level you get from the breathing and the energy level you get from the meditation.
Yeah.
Because one minute, sir. When you inhale, it is called electromagnetic, electrochemical, electropsychic energy from the breath.
Okay.
Whereas in meditation, it is little different. Can you kindly explain the difference between the two energies, sir?
Sir, the normal meditation and pranayama, whatever energy you are receiving, I'm not that technical details. Okay, whatever I've learned from the yogi, I'm talking. So what they say, you are receiving the cosmic energy during the breath. We are not meditating also with the breath, but little bit you are receiving. But when you are focusing on the breath and meditating, when you are meditating, whatever meditation process you go through, not only the focusing on the breath, there are many ways of meditating. So if you go through the meditation, you receive maximum cosmic energy. That's what we know from this yogi, and that's what we follow and talk, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I think all queries have been answered. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you and all the best from my side. If anybody want to contact me, they can contact for any help. I'm there. That's not a problem. I feel happy to help if they need. And with that, thanks and all the best.
Thank you, Dinesh ji. It was a wonderful session. And I hope all the participants will get benefited with this and continue this as a regular part of our daily lives. Let's improve our own health, I think. Then I think the system also burdening is lessened and it will be more peaceful to all of us. Yeah, Shrikant, would you like to add any note? And then we can. Thank you all. Thank you all, Dinesh, and thanks for all the participants. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, Dinesh ji.
Thank you, Dinesh ji.
Thank you, Ji. Thanks to everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Dinesh ji.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you, Dinesh ji. On behalf of everybody at BNP, it was wonderful to have you here. So we look forward to more such sessions in the future, but we'll take it step by step. Thanks for spending almost 3 hours with us over the 2 days. Thank you so much.